I made a total commitment to become a great professional wrestler. I never smoked in my life. I become a vegetarian. No alcoholic beverages whatsoever. No pills like today. Boom, boom, boom. Not even an aspirin. If you want to die, take aspirin. Well, let's get off that. We'll talk about wrestling for a time. If I were in the ring with Hulk Hogan today, this is the truth. You know how long the match would last? About 3 or 4 minutes. I'd get killed.
You were about 7 at the time.
No, I was getting to be about 13 by then.
Oh, okay.
I had a match in Montreal, Canada. You know what cauliflower ear is?
Yeah.
It's very, what it is, you know, that's why ears freeze in the wintertime, very poor circulation. So when you get hit in the ear, it swells up and it hardens. Circulation is so poor that blood actually doesn't have a chance to flow out of it. That's why boxers, wrestlers, and funny kind of people that fall, you know, hit your head against the wall, you have cauliflower ears. Like gnarled them. Well, Yukon Eric had a very bad cauliflower ear. The cartilage was broken. I have a slight cauliflower. Feel that ear, just feel it.
Yeah.
Feel how hard it is?
Yeah.
Well, his was worse than that. He was just big, thick cauliflower ear. I jumped off the top rope. He moved. He saw me coming, tried to get away. Well, I almost missed him. My shin bone caught his cheek.
You just grazed
him? Just grazed the cheek, but when it caught the ear, like you knock a fly off the table, boom, his ear just rolled across the ring. The whole entire ear, the only thing I had left was the lobe. So he starts screaming, my ear, so I touch the left face. What's he hollering about? He says, I don't know. He looks down the floor and says, holy mackerel, what is that? He picks it up, it's still throbbing, it's still like that. I said, that's an ear. Holy mackerel, look down, and blood is gushing. Very gory program you have here.
Oh.
Blood is gushing, spurting out there. Somebody threw a towel.
This is R-rated already.
Oh. Somebody threw a towel into the ring. He put over his head. It was soaked within a matter of seconds. He walked to left the ring, went to the back dressing room. So referee says, what am I going to do now? Look, you raise my arm. I'm the only one left. Says, okay. So raise my arm as the winner. Well, a couple of days went by and went back to the wrestling office to get paid. I get paid for wrestling, believe it or not. At that time,
you do. You have all this fun, you get paid too.
Yeah, I got paid too. So I went back to the wrestling office and they said to me, have you been to the hospital? I said, for what? The hospital's only 2 blocks away. Well, go visit your contract at the hospital and then tell me you're sorry. I said, you gotta be kidding. For what? His ear's gone? So they took me by the hand, 2 guys, took me to the hospital, 2 blocks. Well, I thought, what the heck. Sometimes one of the office personnel walked into the room and I hear a bunch of voices in there. So I looked like the sun, I see some people standing there. But it was newspaper reporter and TV people. All in the room, you come out to get an interview from them. And so he said, come on in, Kowalski's out here, the guy from the office. Come on in. And I was getting embarrassed. So I walked in, just stood in the doorway, looked across the room. Here's this, now you kind of was 6'5", big guy. What about 290? All upper body hit, huge barrel chest, big head, no ear.
No ear.
And he's all bandaged up, and he's sitting up in bed in this little tiny cot, it looked like, and he's all bandaged up, and looked across the room. Looked like an elephant boy. So I started smiling. He looked over at me and he smiled back. So I started laughing. He laughed, and I goes, and he started laughing. So I goes, and I went like that and walked out. Next day, newspapers came out, a headline on the sport page. Killer Kowalski visits Yukon Eric in a hospital and laughs at him, which is true. Then, when he got out of the hospital, he had a big match, a big return match. Yukon Eric and I. Montreal Forum sold out. I walk in the ring first. People start jeering me, screaming at me, you're a monster, you're an animal, you're nothing but a killer. That was it. So, from that time on, I became Killer Kowalski. And everywhere, all over the newspaper articles, magazine articles, Killer Kowalski. That's what it is. That's how I got my name.
And the legend continues.
Still here. That's Killer Kowalski. What has changed today now that people want to see more of the hype, less of the wrestling. They do not want to see guys going out there and showing their skill, their talent as professional wrestlers. They want to see guys jumping around, picking their noses, scratching their butts, and just making fools of themselves. That's what the people want. That's what draws the people pack the arenas. Then give it to them. The bottom line is money. You know, I was one of the first people to increase the speed of wrestling because I have such tremendous endurance. I used to actually have wrestlers throw up in a ring on me. Throw up in a ring.
Really?
I'd rub their face and stomp them. And guys would jump out of the ring and walk around, catch their breath again.
So the wrestlers don't really benefit whether it's a WrestleMania or if they're wrestling here at the Three County Fair.
After wrestling Three County Fair, well, they might get a little bit paid more.
Now you have your wrestling school. What kinds of things do you teach your students?
All the holds there are, I can teach them to in about 7 months. It doesn't take you 5 years to learn what to do with them. You go to college to learn you get a degree. It's going to take you 4 years, and even you go out into business, and after that, it's going to take you another couple of years to get the hang of it, of what you've learned, to put it to use. All the way, same thing at school. I can teach you the holds, show them, then it's going to take you 4 or 5 years to put them to use properly and know what to do with them and how to do them. Now, you people can go look and see some of the guys wrestling for WWF. They're wrestling 3 or 4 years. They know nothing. They fumble around that ring. There's nothing. That's why the matches are so short, because they're one of the things to do. I want to get back to the basics. Real professional wrestling, tough for the guys. When they hit a guy, the sweat splatters, and you can hear the splat. Today, you hit a guy that hard, ooh, he starts crying, and it hurt. Oh, Lord. That's how we used to do it.
You always
working in that ring, going in there, and giving 120% every time. I didn't care if I'm wrestling in Madison Square Garden, New York, I'm wrestling in Timbuktu, or Kokomo, Indiana. Because to me, when I'm in that ring, I give them a full blast, 120%. And to me, every match was Madison Square Garden night, and that's what they got out of me. I was one of the pioneers, I'm glad to say to this day. I was there. If I was booked, I made the match. You know all those mosquitoes out here? You got some on YouTube. You know hobbies come and go. I'm not doing... If you think I'm going punching, no, we're outside with mosquitoes here.
There are many mosquitoes here. And it's a pleasure having you here on Prime Time.
Prime Time!
Prime Time! No, not the same.
Okay, George, pleasure. Thank you very much.
It has been a pleasure, and do come back again and see us sometime.
Here? With the mosquitoes?
Not here. Maybe we'll set it up somewhere else.
Come to Boston.
We'll come to Boston.
It's fun.
Okay, and we'll be back with more Prime Time after this.